It's Hanukkah, I'm running.
It's Hanukkah. We're getting ready for our Hanukkah service with Rabbi Westman on the legends of the seas.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Rabbi.
Oh, you're the rabbi. Okay, hello, Rabbi. I'm Jerry.
Hi, Steve.
Nice to meet you. My wife, Meryl.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Video. Video.
Video.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta move.
No, talk. Just talk. You'll talk nice.
I'll talk nice.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been writing this thing in my head for days.
Have you?
Are you kidding? This is, I mean, once in 70,000 years, you don't.
Yeah, we got to do it. I got to get it on tape.
Yeah.
There's more.
That's nice. See?
Having a whole group.
How do you do? Yeah,
Happy Hanukkah.
People.
Yeah.
How do you do?
And we have a challah and a menorah with kippahs and prayer books. We're all set. We got oh no, video. It only happens once every millennium, right?
Does it, right? Finally, you just say,
You're on. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Melbourne.
All right, you look good. Everybody looks pretty good. Okay, cut.
President of the Jewish War veteran. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
But it doesn't.
Happy Hanukkah, happy Thanksgiving. We have what we call in Hebrew the zechut, the merit of being the only people in the history practically of the world to have this come together. The last time, most of you have read probably the last time that Thanksgiving and Hanukkah occurred together was before there was a Thanksgiving. And there was sometime in the 1860s or something like that, before President Lincoln declared the National Day of Thanksgiving. And the next time it will happen is in 70,000 years. Some say 79,000, but 70,000. So it's not likely that most of our great-grandchildren will be around for that. So anyway, so this is Thanksgiving. And so what we'll do is we'll light the candles, and I'm going to say a couple of words because I've been planning this for 100 years to talk about this. And then we'll have, and we've got wine. And I always say, don't tell them we're going to drink wine for Hanukkah because it's the only free booze on the ship. So we'll make a bracha, we'll say motzi over a beautiful challah. We've got donuts here, we've got yogurt, we've got
Look at that.
Jerry, you missed your latkes
So
last night.
let's all stand up now.
I
Last
said
time
there
we
was-
showed we had Boston Strong. Okay, do we have any Mexicans in the crowd now that we're coming to Mexico? We have anybody from Mexican origin? No Mexicans, okay? Do we have anybody who would like to be Mexican? We can light 2 candles here. Okay. Or do we? Okay. How's about? Nobody's going to want to admit this. We'll have the oldest come to light for the second candle. Who's the oldest person here?
They won't admit it.
They won't admit it. We need. Who's the young one?
The other one.
The other one.
The other one's the oldest.
All right, because I'd like to honor somebody with the pleasure of lighting the candles.
Who's been married the longest?
Married the longest. Okay, because tomorrow night, what is it, Saturday night, I'm going to call my wife up there because Saturday's our anniversary. So Saturday night, well, there she is.
Oh, mazel tov.
Saturday night, Sherry gets the honor, but let's see, we'll get somebody for tonight. Okay, you can't do it because
No, I'm filming.
You're filming. Okay, you're standing. Get over here. Right. Here we go.
Can I sit down?
Well, he's also the youngest, right?
The youngest guy. Okay, here we go. You start with this one and then that one. Oh, and since it's Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
we'll will say, last night we said Shehachianu, which you say the first night of Hanukkah, the first night you do anything. But I think we should also say it tonight because we live to see these two holidays come together. Baruch
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher tzivanu v'tzivanu hadlik ner shel Hannukah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sh'asa nisim avteinu Bayonim ha'er Ba'azman hazeh Amen.
Baruch
Adonai Eloheinu melech olam Shehachianu V'kamanu V'higyanu V'azman hazeh.
Join in Mao's Zur in Hebrew and in English here on the sheet. Mao Zur Yeshuati L'chama Elishabeya Tikkun V'Tefilati
Sham Toda Nizrabeya
Le'etachim Aveya
Mitzah HaMemeya Azimor Bashir Mizmor Hannukah Azimor Bashir Mizmor Hannukah
Rock
Ages let our song praise your saving power. You amid the raging foes, where our shelters cower. Your thing saved us, by your word availed us, and your word broke the sword when our own strength failed us, and your word broke the sword when our own strength failed us.
Hanerot halalu anachnu madlikin. Hanerot halalu anachnu madlikin. Al hanisim v'al haniflaot v'al hatishuot v'al hamilchamot she'asita la'avoteinu she'asita la'avoteinu bayamim hahem bayamim hahem bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. As they taught us to say in rabbinical school, you may be seated. Happy children's holiday. You play dreidels and you eat latkes. Nice. Hanukkah, the reason that Hanukkah is 8 days long, every school child knows, right? That with the Maccabees and the thing, they found the little kid finds the oil, and there's only enough oil to last for 1 day, and it lasts for 8 days, and whoopie-doo, and 8 days. Narishke. The rabbis, they invented that story. The real reason that Hanukkah is 8 days long is in the book of Maccabees, to which we owe our Catholic friends thanks, because the Maccabees, the book of the Maccabees, the 2 books of Maccabees, are in what's called the Apocrypha, which is the books that weren't deemed good enough to go into the Bible. There's what we call our Bible, which the Christians call the Old Testament, a little different arrangement, same word. And then the New Testament. In between, there's books that didn't make it in, all the rejects. The book of Tobit, and there's all kinds of and among those books are the books of the Maccabees, and the reason we have them is that they're in the Catholic Bible. If you ever see a Catholic Bible, in the middle there's the Apocrypha, and you got Maccabees. The Protestants don't have it, we don't have it. So you look at the book of the Maccabees, and turns out that the reason that Hanukkah is 8 days long is when the Maccabees were fighting the Syrian Greeks. The Syrian Greeks took over the temple, and they polluted the temple, and they destroyed the altar, and they sacrificed pigs on the altar, and did all this horrible stuff to defile the temple. Judah the Maccabee and his brothers defeated the Syrian Greeks, right? They took off, they rededicated the altar, which in Hebrew is Hannukah At Sea. They rededicated the altar, and they made an 8-day celebration because when they couldn't go up to Jerusalem, they missed the biggest holiday in the Jewish calendar in those days. For us, the big deal is Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. For the rabbis and for the Jews in that era, the big holiday was Sukkot, Sukkot. Just like I would say, when New Yorkers said we're going out to the island, they're not talking about Mackinac Island, they mean Long Island, right? Long Island, that's for the in the Talmud, when it says Hechag, the holiday, it doesn't mean Yom Kippur. Sukkot was the big deal, and it's an 8-day holiday. So since they couldn't go up for it, so they said, we're going to make an 8-day holiday, and we're going to go, and we're going to give thanks. So Thanksgiving is a major part of Hanukkah. It's one of the holidays. We say the Hallel Psalms, the Hallelujah Psalms, we say on the 3 major festivals, Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot, and on Hanukkah. And on Hanukkah you say the whole shebang, and Passover we only do part of it. As big a deal as Pesach is, we leave part of it out on Pesach, because we have a Rachmanis on the storm, the drowning Egyptians. So we don't say the whole holiday. Rather, you got gorgeous stories about Jewish ethics. The story in the Midrash is the angels wanted to sing Hallel as the Egyptians are drowning in the sea, and the Israelites get through, and God silences the angels. And he says, my children are drowning. My children, the Egyptians, that's ethical sensitivity. My children are drowning, and you want to sing praises? That's gorgeous. So we don't sing, we don't allow ourselves the pleasure, the nachas of saying full Hallel on Pesach. We only leave out a couple of songs. You know, leave out 3 paragraphs. But even so, the idea, but Hanukkah, the whole shebang. Hanukkah, we say every word, you sing it because it's a holiday of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving and Hanukkah should come together. It's the end of the drasha, and if you we'll make a little, I'll fill up a wine glass here. We'll make a bracha. We'll say Borei Pri Hagafen. We'll say Hamotzi, and then the feasting will begin. All righty. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam, Borei Pri Hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. But enjoy. Happy Hanukkah. Chag Sameach.
Hey!
Come on down.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
And potato latkes. Look at this. Wow. That was a great speech.
Oh, thank you.
They're not potato? Or are they potato?
No? Marrow latkes.
We also have
Very nice. I guess I'm trying to curb
They have-
myself.
Yeah. Happy Hanukkah, everybody.